All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to Half Fast 719. Got this little charger thing on the extra battery. Got my little power pack charging. Got a GoPro charging. I'm gonna take this bike for a little ride. Just from riding it yesterday, the wheels definitely need balancing. So I'll probably order a, excuse me, I'm still not feeling the greatest, but anyway, I'll probably order a balancing kit, the little brass things. But yeah, basically what I got on this bike. Now these are the Nitro Moose bibs, moose bibs, whatever they call them, that are in these wheels and tires. These, I believe, are just tubes. But anyway, so I gotta balance these wheels and tires if I'm gonna keep it, and if I can I gotta do an honest, good comparison between the two bikes to decide whether I'm keeping this or keeping this. Right now, I want to keep this because I have a Recluse clutch, auto clutch, which lets me not have to get so much arm pump climbing rocks and hills and stuff. This has FMF exhaust, which doesn't matter for this bike because this bike's lower CC but higher horsepower. This does have the Trailtech Voyager Pro, I believe that's what this is. Anyway, so it does tell you coolant temp and stuff, which is kind of cool, which is really neat. High beam, oh, it looks like it's lit up, but this bike's just the suspension setup for me. It's got the bigger desert tank, stuff I could swap over. Well, this one's got the I can't remember what they're called, but Carapax foot pegs, really sharp foot pegs. It's got the Acerbis hand guards. That one does have hand guards, which I fixed yesterday. This one does have the Vortex ECU, so it is comparable to that bike now because these bikes are supposedly tuned really well. Steering stabilizer, which I don't know. I haven't looked to see how much they are for that bike. Baja Design headlight, which is named for this bike. It's for 14 to 16. Yeah, I got extra set of wheels for this bike. It's all got new plastics with, my name, my number on it. It's got my quad lock wireless charger deal. It's got a lot of stuff to this bike that I did. New sprocket, new chains, which doesn't look like the sprocket's interchangeable, but I guess I could sell this bike, buy a steering stabilizer or steering damper, whatever you want to call it. A desert tank. I guess they do sell a bigger tank for this Beta. I'd have to buy bibs, moose bibs. I got a new tire over there. Foot pegs. Man, I don't know. I do have a Seat Concept seat for this bike, so it's really comfortable. And the suspension's set up for me, whereas that suspension's not set up for me. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably be selling that bike because I would have to take a quarter of the money from this bike, from what I sell, to buy parts for this bike to make it comparable as this bike. So, basically steering, damper, the desert tank, and suspension and seat. I'd have to get a new seat. That seat does not look comfortable. It looks like somebody cut it open to do little relief cuts. I think that's what they did. Somebody did. I don't know if the guy that I got it from did this, and then when they stapled it, they used, I don't know if they used I don't see how they could use factory staples, but they were pretty big staples, like large staples. Trying to see if the staples I used are in here. I did restaple it, but yeah, it doesn't look like it. Anyway, and they were all mangled, the staples, so whoever took the seat apart or seat cushioning out, it's almost like they use like a staple gun, like a wooden staple gun, which I really like that, how to take the seat out. So, see all my tiny staples. This was all loose and coming off at the back, and some of this front was coming off. So I took all their staples out, besides that one, apparently. But yeah, I forgot to take that staple out. But anyway, so I just used the regular little staple gun. And I guess these bikes have steppers. I just want to make sure that middle gets caught. They have stepper motors for altitude, elevation. On the injectors, I believe it's this piece right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's that piece. That piece adjusts the elevation, the air-fuel mixture, and all that stuff. Air filter's kind of dirty, but it's not that bad. Bike has a Recluse slave cylinder. He said it has a Recluse clutch. I don't know. It doesn't have an auto clutch, that's for sure, because you put it in gear and the bike just stalls. Whereas my bike has an auto clutch. So he might have the fibers, or he might have something in there. I'm not taking it apart. You have to take this cover off, which wouldn't be too hard to take it off, but I don't know if it's a gasket or an O-ring. I'd have to take that off in order to tell what it has, but it definitely does not have an auto clutch. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a ride real quick. I'll take it through the desert. I'm trying to get my GoPro whatever charged. I'm gonna try not to stay on the street too much because tags are expired. However, it does 25, and I bought it, so, and I gotta whatever. So anyway, this is kind of cool, I guess. You can keep registration and stuff in there, but then like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of cool. I don't mind it. Fuel tank is larger than those bikes stock, from what I read. I did have to bend this. This was out pretty far, like a 1/2 inch, no big deal. This one was out like a 1/4 inch, no big deal. Single cable throttle cable, which is way better than these duals. I don't like the dual. So anyway, yeah, it's just looking more like I'm gonna keep this bike and probably get rid of this bike. Even though this bike reminds me more of like my 450, the CRF 450, where it's just, you can basically lift that front wheel in any gear. That's what it feels like from the quick little ride I went on. But I'm actually gonna go test it. So hopefully I can get my GoPro helmet chin mount thing, GoPro to work. If not, then I guess I'll be back with a review, and obviously I'll be back with a review anyway. So I did check the oil. Oil's good. Tranny fluid's good. Engine oil's good. So yeah. If I had a stock KTM without all the stuff on it, I would definitely keep this bike. I would keep this bike over that bike all day. But because the tank, the steering damper, the Recluse clutch, auto clutch, I should say, and the seat. So those are the big money things. I think the tank's like $300. The seat's $300. Foot pegs were like $200, but tariffs, because they come from Poland, I believe. I think they're like $280. Yeah, the Recluse clutch for this bike, I got a really good deal on it from a guy who bought it, never installed it in his bike, and then sold it to me. I think I got it for like $500 or $700, but it's a $1,200 unit. But yeah, and then the suspension's expensive. I forgot about that. So suspension, Recluse clutch, foot pegs, seat, tank, and steering damper. Like the Nitro Moose, the inserts for the tires, no big deal. Those are, you can get those for like $175 a set, front and rear. The front tire's got to go anyway because it's not DOT compliant. Rear tire's fine. Yeah, I'm thinking keeping this one. This one might have to go, even though it's a nice bike. It does have the GPS, the Trail Tech, which is super cool. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it does. We'll see what we got. Anyway, I'm gonna tighten. I'm gonna tighten this mirror real quick. I already tightened this, but I don't know. It seems like it's loose again. And go grab the GoPro and go for a ride. Hopefully, GoPro works. So I'll do a separate video of the ride plus a review at the end, and yeah, go from there. And also, I'm not feeling good, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. So anyway, that's what we got, guys. That's what we got. And also, I traded that for Project Crack Pipe, which was a 64 Chevy short bed C10 with a 91 four-wheel drive chassis slammed. You can look up my other videos. It's called Project Crack Pipe. Cool truck. I just got burnt out and had some issues with the figuring out the front suspension to airbag it. But anyway, yeah, kickstand is the dumbest thing on these bikes, and I don't know why they had this problem since 2017, I guess, where the kickstand's really short. So I added this little nylon block. So the bike is sitting about like that. Show you. Which isn't too bad. But before the block, the bike was like, I don't know. It was pretty bad. Like almost it was gonna fall over. All right, let's go for a ride. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, do what you do. Keep being you. I guess I can fire it up. I'm going to move the bike so it's not blowing everything into the house. So, let's see here. Key on. Start. Fire's right up. I'm going to take it to the gas station because it is low on fuel. So I'm going to run to get gas in it real quick. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Alright, we'll see you on the next video. Later.